Welcome everyone, this is your own channel Learner Saga. In this video we will discuss the poem Rain on the Roof by Quite Skinny. But before starting, I like to request you to press the like button and subscribe the channel if you are new, and also to comment and share the video. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Rain on the Roof by Quite Skinny. Actually, the poet Quite Skinny is mostly famous as a politician, as a journalist, and also as a lawyer. He was an American lawyer who wrote this poem, Rain on the Roof. The title, Rain on the Roof, as it suggests that rain was falling on the roof, and it correlates. The poet visualizes the image with his past memories when his mother was alive. So he was enjoying the rain and remembering his past incidents when his mother was alive. So let's read. In the introductory portion, it is given, we should read this one at first. When the sky is covered with dark clouds and it starts raining. Have you ever listened to the patter of soft rain on the roof? Although it's a question, it's in interrogative form, still we know that it's interrogative in rhetorical sense. That is, we may say it's as a rhetorical interrogation. What is a rhetorical interrogation? A rhetorical interrogation is in which the answer is replied in the very form of the question. So here the question as it is, when the sky is covered with dark clouds and it starts raining, have you ever listened to the patter of soft rain on the roof? The answer is definitely yes. We all have heard, we all have listened to the patter of soft rain on the roof. Patter means the sound of rain when it falls on the roof. What thoughts flashed through your mind as you heard this melody of nature? Definitely we enjoy it. Someone may cherish the memory, some beautiful memory, as the poet is here doing. Read the poem to find out what the poet dreamed of while listening to the rain. Okay. So when the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The first stanza, the poem has 3 stanzas, and the first stanza, it says about the rain. When the humid shadows, humid actually means full of moisture, and shadows, it stands for the shadows of the cloud. So humid shadows, it refers to the cloud. When the humid shadows, that means when the clouds hover means to move around the air, to move around the sky rather, or you may say hang. When the clouds hang over all the starry spheres, that means referring to the sky at night. When the cloud during the night, it travels, it hovers, it roams all the starry spheres, all the starry bodies, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. And the melancholy darkness, melancholy actually means sad. So sad darkness. When sad darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, that means when the melancholy darkness or the dark cloud gently weeps in rainy tears, when the cloud falls as rains Rainy tear suggests rains. What a bliss to praise the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. And it's very blissful thing. It is a pleasure to praise the pillow. That means to cling to the pillow of a cottage chamber bed, of a bedroom in a cottage, and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. And it's a beautiful thing, it's a bliss to cling to the pillow and lie listening to the patter of the rain, listening to the sound of the rains falling, of the soft rain overhead. Overhead means on the roof here. So the first stanza describes the rains falling. Humid shadows refer to the full of moisturous clouds that hover all the starry spheres. That means all the starry bodies, especially at night, you may say, although star also indicates sun that is also visible during daytime. And the melancholy darkness, it suggests the cloud. The cloud is so sad, so dark, that it is about to drop in the form of rains. What a bliss to praise the pillow. And this sight, when these things happen, it's a very beautiful time to praise the pillow of a cottage bed chamber, and lying listening to the patter of the soft rain, it gives the poet a very blissful thing. The poet finds it very blissful. In this stanza, we have some rhetorical figures or literary device, you may say. For example, in the very first line, humid shadows hover. Here H, humid's H and hover's H are repeated. That's why we may say this is alliteration. Again, you can see here starry spheres. This is also an example of alliteration. Lie listening. This is also an example of alliteration. And as the melancholy darkness, it suggests that the cloud is sad. The cloud is melancholy or sad. That's why it is in dark shape. It's in dark form. So you may say melancholy darkness is an example of personification. Here cloud has been personified. So next is the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into oof, as I listen to the patter on the rain upon the roof. Now the rain has started falling. Every tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle is actually a ringing sound that the raindrops make when they fall on the shingles. Shingles means rectangular tiles on the roof. So when the raindrops, they fall on the shingles, they create a tinkling sound, a ringing sound, has an echo in the heart, and the poet finds as if it has an echo in the heart. It's echoing in the poet's heart. And 1,000 dreamy fancies. 1,000 dreamy fancies. Dreamy fancies means dreamy imaginations. Here the poet actually referring his memories of the past. The poet feels that he is dreaming about his past memories. Into busy being start, and it starts coming to a busy being, busy human being. Here in this case, The busy being refers to the poet. So every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. That means every drop, every raindrop that falls on the shingles or the rectangular tiles, creating an echo on the heart. And 1,000 dreamy fancies, many dreams, many imaginations that refers to the poet's memory of the past comes starting into the poet's mind. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into oof. 1,000 recollections means the 1,000 memories. Weave means to fabricate, as we say. Weave means to fabricate their air threads into oof. Air threads here means the dreams or memories. Oof, however, it's a technical word, you may say, to wrap and what should we say? Wrap and weft, W-E-F-T, wrap and weft. These are actually the two components used in weaving. These are the basic components in weaving. So here the poet actually means to say, when the 1,000 recollections or memories come to him, it is similar like weaving something. As in case of weaving, wrap and weft, these two are the main components. Similarly, here the poet's memories are also weaving his better feelings that he used to have during his past days. As I listened to the patter on the rain upon the roof. That means when the poet was listening to the pattering sound falling upon the roof, the poet was dreaming about his 1,000 recollections, 1,000 memories, and thereby he was weaving a woof of memories, golden memories. So the story says, the story of the second stanza says, the meaning of the second stanza says that when every tinkle, when the rain was falling and the tinkling sound was echoing in the poet's heart, the poet feels that 1,000 dreamy fancies or imaginations were coming into his mind, and they were weaving threads of woof. As in case of weaving, it's important. Woof, the role of woof is important in case of weaving. Similarly, the poet is finding his past memories. His past memories are also useful here to enjoy the beautiful atmosphere outside. As I listened to the patter on the rain upon the roof. So when the poet was listening to the pattering sound of the rain, he was also trying to recapitulate his golden old memories. In this stanza, in the second stanza, also we have some rhetorical figures, the literary devices, you may say. For example, into busy being start. Busy being, it's also an example of alliteration. And here also you can see that weave oof, an example of alliteration, you may say. However, these are not in nearly successive words. Still, we may say this line is an example of alliteration. However, we have some better choice here, busy being. Busy being is a better example of alliteration. And we can say 1,000 recollections, it's an example of hyperbole. It's an exaggeration or hyperbolic statement. 1,000 recollections or 1,000 dreamy fancies, these two are the examples of hyperbole. The lines are here hyperbolic. Now, in memory comes my mother. Now the poet remembers his mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now in memory comes my mother. Here also the poet remembers his mother, as she used in years agone. Agone means the past, gone by, the past years, when she was alive. The poet's mother is no more alive. So the poet here says, in his memory, the poet can see his mother when she was alive many years ago, to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. The poet is remembering those incidents when he, his mother, and other siblings who were sleeping side by side, and before dawn their mother left them for doing some household work. So the poet remembers those old memories. To regard, to observe. Regard means here to observe the darling dreamers. All the dreamers, that means all the little ones, all the children. Here the dreamers means the poet and his siblings. They were all very much darling to their mother. That's why they are called darling dreamers. So here also you may find the literary device alliteration, darling dreamers. Although we have another in the very first line of this stanza, memory comes my mother. So memory's M, my's M, and mother's M are repeated. We may also call this an example of alliteration. However, so the line says the poet remembers his mother when his mother was taking care of them, and they were all sleeping side by side, and his mother woke up early in the morning, rather at dawn, and then she left them to do some household work. Ere she left them till the dawn. That means till the dawn their mother were also sleeping side by side with them, and when the dawn broke, she woke up. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, as I list to this refrain. Now the poet can feel her fond look, that means affectionate look on him, as his mother was looking affectionately. As I list to this refrain. When the poet is listening, list is an archaic word. It means listening. When the poet was listening to this refrain. Refrain means a noise that is happening again and again. It generally suggests some beautiful or good to hear noise. In this case, the noise is of the rain. So when the poet is listening to the refrain or the repetitive sound of the raindrops, the poet feels that her mother is looking very affectionately at him, which is played upon the shingles. That means the refrain which is played upon the shingles when the raindrops falls repetitively on the shingles, and thereby creating the tinkling sound by the patter of the rain. The poet here says that when the patter of the rain falls on the shingles, the poet, listening to this refrain, listening to this repetitive sound of the patter or the sound of the rainfall when it falls on the shingles making a sound, the poet remembers his mother many years ago when she was alive, and a particular incident that they all, that means the poet, his mother, and other siblings were sleeping side by side. And when the dawn broke, his mother woke up at first, and she started to do some maybe household work. That's why she woke up early. So this is the nice memory for the poet, and the poet nourishes this one, he cherishes this one while listening to the sound of the rain on the roof. So this is the poem, student. I hope you have understood well. Still, if you have any problem, you may comment. I will try to answer you as soon as possible. So till then, goodbye.